Well, last night's storms brought down Center Grove High School's goalpost. Take a look at this video. We're going to take you to the cleanup efforts on the gridiron. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. A big break in a 31-year-old Indianapolis cold case. A man is in jail tonight accused of murdering and raping a 19-year-old woman in Indianapolis. Thanks for watching 13 News at 11. I'm Gina Glaros, and tonight for Jenny Runovich. Marina Silva has been looking into this case and talking with police today. She joins us now in studio with the latest on his arrest. Marina.
Well, Gina, family members of the victim, Carmen Van Huss, have been waiting for answers for 31 years. Now, I've been going through new court records. Tonight, a suspect is behind bars in Missouri, thanks to a DNA match, and now charged here with murder and rape.
She was a very loving person. She would do just about anything for anyone.
1993, 13 News first told you about Carmen Van Huss, her loved one searching for answers after she was found dead in her Turtle Creek apartment. More than 3 decades later, IMPD detectives are able to bring that to her family with the arrest of Dana Shepard. Court documents detail how the investigation led them to Shepard and what happened on that night in March 1993. Deputies were called to her apartment on Harcourt Road on Indy's north side. They found Van Huss naked and stabbed. Court documents say she was stabbed 61 times.
It was such a vicious murder, and it shouldn't have happened to such a young girl.
Her father had gone to her apartment after she didn't show up for work. Court records say multiple witnesses who lived on her floor told detectives that they heard yelling. One even said they heard a woman scream, "Get off me." Later in 2000, detectives asked to have Van Huss's DNA entered into state and national databases. In 2013, forensic scientists were able to use the DNA from a bag at the apartment to get a partial profile of a male, but no matches. Then in 2023, a DNA analysis company contacted IMPD saying they had a woman who could be related to 2 people, one being Dana Shepard. Earlier this year, IMPD detectives went to the University of Missouri in Columbia, where Shepard works as a custodian, to get a DNA swab from him. Court documents say Shepard was visibly shaking. Months later, DNA evidence was a match, and on Friday, Missouri police arrested Shepard and took him to jail. Shepard has a hearing that's set for Wednesday in Missouri. That's where a judge is going to decide if he is coming back to Indy to face a judge.
Yeah, you've been very busy, Marina. You actually reached out to the family today following this news, following this arrest on Friday. And what did they have to tell you?
First of all, they're just trying to process everything right now. You know, they were not wanting to talk publicly yet. And they're just saying they're just trying to process it all. I even found a Facebook group that's dating back years where her family and friends were just sharing updates, trying to remind people about the case. And, you know, one of the things we found out in these court documents, he actually lived in that same apartment that she did. So a lot of new details are coming to light just through these court documents, and it's just a very sad story.
Yeah. Good work tonight, and we do have more details. Really, we went through those court documents right now in this story on WTHR.com.
Absolutely.
Marina, thank you.
Thank you.
Muncie police are investigating after a 29-year-old man was found shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police were called to South Blaine Street, northeast of Heacon Park. Police are not naming any suspects in this case. Anyone with information should contact Muncie Police. Tonight, a Plainfield police officer is recovering at home after a police chase ended in a fatal crash yesterday. Officers were called to a report of a person downed at a Long John Silver's around 5:45 last night. An officer was then involved in some sort of altercation with someone at the restaurant. Investigators say that person fled the scene and officers followed. The officer followed the suspect's vehicle through this intersection of US 40 and Smith Road. The cruiser hit a vehicle in the intersection. Both bystanders in this vehicle, 78-year-old Barbara Williams and 79-year-old Benny Williams, died in this crash. The officer was taken to the hospital for minor injuries. We're learning that he was released last night. We're expecting to learn more about the victims next week.
Today was the first day of the Labor Day weekend, so you got 2 more. So if you didn't get everything you wanted done today, don't worry. Got some nicer weather headed your way for your Sunday and your Monday. Today we hit the 80s. That's significant because we haven't had some 80s in a while. In fact, we've been topping out in the 90s for 7 days straight. It was a nice break today, but it was still humid. We're going to fix that tomorrow. Got a north wind coming in overnight tonight, and that's going to help push some of the mugginess out of central Indiana. You're already starting to notice the lower humidity off towards the north, towards Purdue, Kokomo. We've been cooling off as well. Temperature-wise, we're sitting in the 60s and 70s, so it is still comfortable. And we still have warm air on the way. It just won't be so muggy right now. We've got mostly clear skies across central Indiana, still some showers and a quick rumble of thunder every once in a while to the south. But the rain zones are going to stay off towards the south. We're going to sleep dry and fine tonight, mostly clear skies. A lot more sunshine coming your way tomorrow. We had some sun later in the day, earlier, closer to sunset. We'll have a lot of sun tomorrow. Right now, it's still sticky, but we are pushing the humidity out of here. Gina, coming up, we're going to be talking about some of the cooler air coming in for your Labor Day.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thanks, Matt. Well, last night's storms caused several Central Indiana high school football games to be rescheduled to today. And Center Grove High School is left cleaning up now. Our Anna Chalker shows us the damage that's left behind.
Under the Friday night lights, the Center Grove Trojans were not only up against the Fort Wayne Carroll Chargers, but the wind and storms.
And they never really stopped all night long.
It wasn't until halftime when things took a turn. In this stadium video, you can see the moment when the wind picked up the south bleachers, throwing it into a goalpost.
Guess we're going to have to get us a new goalpost.
Head coach Eric Moore says multiple lightning delays continued to push the game back. As the players waited out the last delay in the locker room, the teams decided to call it.
You know, we thought we were going to play a football game, so we pretty much stayed in focus of football for the whole time till 11:15 or so.
This orange cone is where that goalpost used to stand. The wind was so strong it picked up these bleachers and pushed everything forward. They've since been pushed back, but Coach Moore says without the quick response from school officials, people still could have been in the stands when the storm picked up.
But that 15-minute buffer that we took to empty everybody out of the stadium really might have saved a lot of people, someone's life or something. You never know.
But until another ball is thrown in this end zone, Coach Moore says his team will work around this hurdle.
You always want to give the kids a chance. They practiced so hard in that heat all week that you want to give them a chance to have fun playing high school football.
In Center Grove, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
Well, the Trojans won last night at the half, 28-14. Their next game will be against Trinity High School in Louisville.